Beyonce has stopped doing interviews, and this is why. Now, Jay-Z is a pretty big reason why Beyonce doesn't do these anymore. Now, if you didn't know, Jay-Z and Beyonce have a 12-year age gap, and they met when Beyonce was really young. Now, it seems like the couple can't make up their mind about how old she was when they met. Not to mention, whenever Jay-Z is asked about their first meeting, he gets extremely nervous. Jay-Z has a history of going for younger girls, so it really has people wondering if they're lying about when they met to make Jay look less creepy. And then there's the actual interview where Beyonce was asked about Jay-Z and how he could have cheated on her in 2005. You see, prior to their marriage, rumors swirled that the couple had broken up secretly in 2005. The reason for their separation was never confirmed, but at the time there were rumors that the rapper was having an affair with his protege, Rihanna. And though the rumors were supposedly spread by PRs to boost Rihanna's profile, Beyonce wasn't sure what to make of the situation. "Tell me if I'm crossing the line," the interviewer says in the interview as he begins to ask a question about her relationship with Jay-Z. In response, Beyonce lets out a loud, uncomfortable laugh. "Ah, you crossed the line, buddy," she says. "Really?" he asks. "Yes, I don't want to talk about it. You gotta hear the album to figure that out," she says, referencing her 2008 album, I Am Sasha Fierce. Now, it also makes sense that she wouldn't want to do interviews right now, as she and Jay-Z are already under public scrutiny due to their connection to Diddy. Now, Diddy and the couple were really good friends, but they're trying to hide that now that Diddy has been arrested for unspeakable crimes. Now, Beyonce and Jay-Z would always go to his parties and would even play unreleased music there. Now, in December 2024, Jay-Z was accused of committing a crime with Diddy in the year 2000. This caused a lot of outrage, and a lot of people were upset with the star. Now, Jay-Z denied all of this and Beyonce stood by him. A day after the accusations were made, it was the premiere of the film of The Lion King that Beyonce and their daughter were in. Now, Jay-Z joined them on the red carpet to get their photos taken, but there were no interviews done because they didn't want to be asked about Diddy and Jay-Z's involvement. Now, some people say that Beyonce is actually too famous now to give interviews. After she released her self-titled album in 2013, she stopped giving any interviews to conventional media outlets. Since then, she's appeared in various magazine profiles, but either submits her own personal essays or doesn't say anything at all. Now, after conducting an interview-free profile of Beyonce for a 2015 issue of Vogue, writer Margot Jefferson told the New York Times that the performer has to be studying how effective her interviews have been so far. They may have decided that they do not contribute as dazzlingly to the portrait of Beyonce than the other stuff. Also, Beyonce has received weird requests while doing interviews in the past, like the one time when Barbara Walters paid her $5 to sing to her. Yep, when Beyonce was doing an interview with her, Barbara brought up that Beyonce said when she was a kid, she would sing for her neighbors if they gave her $5. Now, Beyonce confirmed that this was true, and so Barbara then gave her $5 and told her to sing anything at all. Now, Beyonce seemed a little taken aback from this, but decides to sing a little bit. Honestly though, this whole part of the interview is just awkward. And since Beyonce hasn't done interviews in a while, she could be asked about some crazy things, like the whole "thank you Beyonce" trend. Now, fans have brought up the fact that when a lot of people in Hollywood win major awards against Beyonce, they always have to thank her or mention her in some way in their speech, and if they don't, they have an untimely passing or an accident. I mean, some people even claim that Kanye West saved Taylor Swift from Beyonce's wrath when he stormed the stage at the VMAs to interrupt her. Now, I'm sure Beyonce doesn't want to talk and deal with all of that in an interview. Beyonce has had some strange moments with Ellen DeGeneres over the years, so it makes sense that she would stop doing interviews with her. Now, one year at the Grammys, Beyonce was presenting an award with Ellen, but when she was speaking, Ellen dramatically kept looking at Beyonce, and it was just really weird and awkward. Beyonce lets out a little fake laugh and continues on reading off the teleprompter, but it was just so weird that Ellen did that, and a lot of people called out Ellen for her behavior. In the comments, people are defending Beyonce, with one person saying, "You just know after this, Bey told her people to never book her anything with Ellen ever again." Although her words didn't say it, her eyes definitely said, "Get out of my face," like a true lady. Now, we all know that Ellen did not always treat her guests with respect, so this could be a reason why Beyonce was never seen with Ellen again. Beyonce has also been asked weird questions while doing interviews, and I can't blame her for not wanting to deal with that anymore. A clip has recently resurfaced of Destiny's Child being interviewed about the foot and mouth epidemic back in 2001. Now, the girl group had just hit the red carpet at the Brit Awards when they were quizzed about the news, and even they were weirded out. They didn't know what it was, and when it was explained to them, they didn't really seem to care that much. "We don't know anything about that, all we know is we just got here," Beyonce replies. Now, Kelly Rowland chimes in, "Some tests should be run so this can stop." But yeah, it was just a weird question to be asked. One person commented on the clip, "We need to bring back normalize, I don't know anything about that," as a valid response for whenever someone asks a celebrity a question like this. Now, I wonder if Beyonce herself ever looked back at this video and wondered, "Damn, I said that, WTF was I on, LMAO." But yeah, this was a very strange question for sure. No singer is perfect, but Beyonce has been caught lip-syncing a lot in her career, and she's been called out for it. Now, this especially drew criticism when she performed the national anthem at the 2013 presidential inauguration, as it was later discovered that she was lip-syncing. Now, she later admitted to this in an interview, which is pretty embarrassing. She said she's a perfectionist and wanted her performance for President Barack Obama to be a memorable one. She called the day emotional and said, "I practiced until my feet bleed, and I did not have time to rehearse with the orchestra. Due to no proper sound check, I did not feel comfortable taking a risk. It was about the president and the inauguration, and I wanted to make him and my country proud, so I decided to sing along with my pre-recorded track, which is very common in the music industry. And I'm very proud of my performance," she said. At other performances, she's been caught lip-syncing certain songs as well, but people think that's due to the difficulty of some of her songs. Now, regardless, she's been caught many times, and owning up to it and her mistakes is hard for her. Then one time when she was being interviewed on 60 Minutes, she was asked if Sasha, her alter ego, would ever do an interview. Beyonce then fake laughs and says no, she never has and never would. And I understand that because, again, that's weird. Now, if you didn't know, Beyonce has an alter ego. She's named Sasha Fierce. She's been Sasha since at least 2003, and it seems like the Fierce was added in 2008 for her album. Now, Beyonce said that she originally created the alter ego Sasha Fierce to keep that stage persona separate from who she really is. She described Sasha Fierce as being too aggressive, too strong, too sassy, and too sexy, stating, "I'm not like her in real life at all." But in February 2010, she announced in an interview with Allure magazine that she was comfortable enough with herself to no longer need Sasha Fierce. And not to mention, when celebrities do interviews, their words can be twisted by the media. Beyonce is very particular about her image and only shows things she wants to. By doing an interview, that could change and she could lose control, which isn't something that she wants. Not to mention, her fans and stan Twitter can be kinda crazy, and there would be so many fights over what she said, and it would create bad press. It would be best if she just avoided that entire mess before it happens. Well, that's all for our video about Beyonce today. Now, what do you think about all this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host, Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.